Hey guys, welcome to my video where Papua New Guinea forms an empire. So let's begin drawing up Papua New Guinea. This is gonna be very annoying, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so first off, Papua New Guinea will be in the red. So just like all the other videos. So let's just do this. And I'm pretty sure that's the Solomon Islands. So Papua New Guinea is now in red. So in this video, Papua New Guinea gets a monarch. Wait, are they a monarchy? I don't know, but whatever. Basically, they get a monarch, and he decides to form an empire because he wants Papua New Guinea to be richer and more well known. So the first country they're gonna declare war on is the Solomon Islands. I mean, at this point, Papua New Guinea should just get the Solomon Islands. I mean, like, they're basically perfectly connected, so why not? So, he's gonna make a landing here. Well, wait. The Papuan army are gonna make a landing somewhere around here. Okay, this is weird. So, oops, I forgot something. So, the Papuan army is gonna make a landing here. Okay, no, stop. This is so annoying. Okay, so they're gonna make a landing here. So they take this island and they're gonna make a landing here and take these islands. And they're now making way to the Solomonese capital. So they take the entire country. So in the peace treaty, the Solomon Islands get fully annexed. So the next thing that the Emperor of Papua New Guinea wants to do is unite the island of New Guinea. Now, obviously in this video, Papua New Guinea is buffed, and some countries like Australia and Indonesia are slightly weakened, so Papua New Guinea will get a little bit more. So the video will be a little more exciting because I mean, if this was Indonesia's video, then Papua New Guinea would basically get steamrolled. Not even a day later, and they would get steamrolled. But let's just make color Indonesian blue to prove that war has been declared on them. Oh, you're not gonna declare war on East Timor too. Why the hell not? East Timor is basically Indonesia anyway, so who the hell cares? Boom. So this is how it begins. First off, Papua New Guinea is now sending troops here. Now they're not having the easiest time because I didn't want to super buff Papua New Guinea so much, but they are doing alright. They make a little bit of an encirclement here. It's going pretty well for them. They even took this sub-island. They are not having a good time because war is war and war is not a good time. So they almost take the entirety of the island of New Guinea. Now, Indonesia is telling their troops to go to West Papua faster. But before they arrive, whomp, this happens. So Papua New Guinea is now sending smaller troops, smaller divisions to take the smaller islands, and with West Papua under Papua New Guinea control, it's going all well for them, but it's not going perfectly for them because Dun 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 dun. Yes, the the Indonesians land on this island and yeah, retake it. Now this causes Papua New Guinea to be very mad, super mad perhaps. So they are going even faster. They are telling their troops to retake what they have lost, and now basically Indonesia saw that it's a mistake because they are very much angered Papua New Guinea, and Timor Leste is like, huh. So I'm just gonna sit down here and watch this unfold. And this has been going well for them until meow, the Papua New Guinea army takes the entirety of Timor Island. So Papua New Guinea is like, guys, take this big island so we can win. Well, they won't win if they take this island, but they will have a bit of an advantage. And they also take this island. But while they're busy, Indonesia retakes the island of Timor. In other words, they are not. In other words, Papua New Guinea has been very annoyed. I mean, invading Indonesia would be way too annoying with all of these islands and poo. So they take most of this island, but they're like, oh, we should go here, but Indonesia's like no, and they are making Papua New Guinea know even harder that they don't like what Papua New Guinea is doing. So Papua New Guinea is getting very angry because obviously they're losing. So they just go full force, and you made Papua New Guinea go full force. So you're gonna regret that very much. They retake the island of Timor, and they just absolutely screw out, and destroy everything. And Indonesia's like, okay, this is not the first time we angered them. And Indonesia says that the Indonesian president releases a press saying that he is not scared and that Indonesia will win against Papua New Guinea. And who knows, maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. You need to watch the video in order to know. So they now took this big island, and yeah, it's going all well for them. Now they are super close to Jakarta and even made a small landing there. So Indonesia knows that Jakarta, well, not Jakarta, the island of Java is their most important island, period. It has the capital, so they absolutely need to clean this up. So they decide to not take too much. They decide to instead go for the defensive in this case, and not the offensive. So Papua New Guinea is like, fine, we'll take Borneo instead. And Indonesia, obviously incredibly angry, but they're like, we would rather protect Java, I guess. So this is going all well for them. Another thing Papua New Guinea decides to do is they decide to do this again. Yes, I know. But Indonesia is like, we're going for the defensive here. Doesn't matter anyways. So they're having a pretty good time taking Borneo. And because of the fact that basically 99% of support goes to the division in Java Island, they just surrender. Beep. And Indonesia is like, meh, whatever. But they didn't know something. Bum 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 bum. They take Jakarta, and the Indonesian island of Java falls. Not a good day for Indonesia, I must say. Oops, not just this. So, with Indonesia's surrender, the Indonesians are a bit confused on how something like Papua New Guinea managed to defeat them. So let's just get on with the peace treaty. So in the peace treaty, Papua New Guinea gets most of eastern Indonesia and they puppet the rest. So thankfully for Indonesia, they got to keep their capital and Borneo and their other big island, while Papua New Guinea only got West Papua, which is fine, and East Timor, yeah, also part of Papua New Guinea. So the world very confused. How did something like Papua New Guinea manage to beat Indonesia? And they're all like, who knows? So their next target is gonna be Vanuatu, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows how this is gonna go. I mean, this is literally Vanuatu. They will have absolutely no chance in winning this. Let's just make Papua New Guinea declare war on them, and boom, let's begin. So 3, 2, 1, go. Oops, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, peace treaty time. Vanuatu gets fully annexed. Who even cares? So next scene is New Caledonia, but New Caledonia owned by France. I mean, they managed to beat Indonesia. I guess they could beat France, but they decided to not take that risk. And instead just purchase New Caledonia. So they now have New Caledonia. Next target is a little thing known as Fiji. So their first step is taking Suva. So they go to this island. Suva is taken. Blah 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 blah. They win. Peace time. Fiji gets fully annexed. So another thing they want to do, that Papua New Guinea wants to do, is take control of the Philippine Islands. Yeah, just the Philippines. So they declare war on the Philippines. So let's just do this. Da 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 da. Boom boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Let's just color this, and this. And yeah. So their step is gonna be taking Manila. So they tell their puppet state to not get involved in this because they want the Philippines. Papua New Guinea wants the Philippines, and they don't want to give Indonesia anything. That's just how much of losers they are. No. So Papua New Guinea has a fairly easy time here, and they're all like, la 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 la, we're taking the Philippines. The Philippines responds by, surprise surprise, protecting themselves. Now they decide that Indonesia was doing much better when they were just being on the defensive, because because it's better to protect your important parts instead of retaking them, I guess. I don't know. So they're just like, meh, take these. I mean, we care, but we have some more important needs to protect. Okay, so now the Papuans are getting very close to the important island, also known as the island that contains Manila. So yeah, they make a small landing and boom, get kicked out immediately. And yeah, Philippines regain some of their land, so they try to do another landing, get kicked out immediately. Another landing, get kicked out immediately. And they're having a pretty difficult time. So they try to instead get kicked out immediately. So they just get so annoyed that they just go full Papua New Guinea performance enhancing drugs, and therefore this causes the Philippines to get destroyed. So the Philippines gets fully annexed into Papua New Guinea. So Another thing Papua New Guinea wants to do is give the entirety of the island of Borneo to their puppet, also known as Indonesia. So, what they're gonna do is they're gonna declare war on both Brunei and Eastern Malaysia. So, which also means they are declaring war on Malaysia. So, their first step is gonna be, so what they're gonna do is they're not gonna actually interfere. They're not gonna send their own troops to the island, but they will absolutely supply in Indonesia with troops. So, two major subdivisions. One to take I forgot what they're called. So one to take Western Malaysia, other to take Eastern Malaysia, which is what they want. So they are currently having an alright time, and Indonesia goes here because they want to take Western Malaysia, and they take Kuala Lumpur, which is pretty darn cool, and Western Malaysia surrenders. But yeah, Brunei still isn't really fighting because they have Malaysia to protect them. But the second that the Indonesians reach them, they just boom, boom. I mean, like, they don't even care, and everyone surrenders. So the next thing they do is fully annexed Malaysia and Brunei. So their next objective is get Singapore. So they're like, Singapore, join us or die, and Singapore's like, okay. And now they have Singapore. That is so nice for them. So they're currently like, what should we do right now? They're like, we don't want to fight Australia or New Zealand just yet, so they're gonna have a little thing called Sri Lanka. So I'm not sure how strong the Sri Lankan army really is, but I imagine, considering we buffed Papua New Guinea, they're probably gonna get steamrolled in 5 seconds. Yeah, not a surprise. So, Papua New Guinea now has a colony, and it's called Sri Lanka. Why can I say Sri Lanka properly? Who knows? So, their next objective is to get New Zealand. Now, when they declare war on New Zealand, the island they're gonna wanna go to is obviously the Northern Island, because it contains both Wellington and Auckland, which are both some of the Kiwis' most important cities. So they're gonna go here. They take Auckland, I think. I'm not gonna bother looking at the map. It's probably here somewhere. And they're getting close to Wellington, which is the Kiwi capital. And they probably take Wellington. I didn't look at the map, but maybe it's here. But okay, now they definitely took Wellington. If they didn't, I'm Michael Afton if they didn't take it. So they take both the cities, and New Zealand is like, alright. So that means they also get the Cook Islands, Niue, and Tokelau. So, now that New Zealand is fully part of Papua New Guinea, they have somebody called Australia. Now, Papua New Guinea is gonna be like, okay, Papuans, this is our big day. It's now the day where Australia falls. And maybe they will fall, maybe they don't, who knows. So, now they have Australia as an enemy. So, the first step is to take the coast, because I mean those have the most important settlements in all of Australia. I mean everybody basically knows that. So they take this island and they also take this part, but Australia doesn't really protect these parts in this battle, because these are the least important parts, because they have no major settlements, even in Australia's ear. So boom, they just encircle this, and they're all like la 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 la, we're having such an easy time taking these places. So their next target, well, next target is gonna be the major city of Darwin, which is somewhere around here. But Australia is like, we don't know what to do. We really need to protect Sydney, Canberra, and Melbourne because they are more important cities. But you know what? You guys can take Darwin. Who cares? And Papua New Guinea is like, oh, cool. Thanks, Australia. And Australia is like, I don't like you guys. Which makes sense. I won't enjoy getting invaded either. They even take this island of amazingness. Bum 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 bum. So, what Papua New Guinea wants them to do is to steamroll to the Southern Territory, to South Australia, to cut Western Australia and the rest of the states in half. So, they're gonna do a giant thing. One so giant that they don't even know how to call it. So, doom. They even take Tasmania. And Australia is like, oh, we don't like this. Now, obviously, the thing Australia doesn't know is that Papua New Guinea used like 90% of their power in this. So they are gonna be less powerful. But they also took the entirety of Tasmania, which is not exactly, which isn't exactly amazing. But I mean, who cares about Tasmania anyways? Does that place even exist? So they're gonna take Australia's biggest state, and Australia is like, oh no, we don't like this. So they just boom 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 boom, and they reconnect back to Western Australia, and they even do a little bit of this. Now the Papua New Guineans, the Papuans are not so happy because they don't really know what to do, because they used 90% of their military power doing this little cut-off thing. But the thing they don't know is that Australia also used 90% of their power, so now they're in a bit of a stalemate in a way, because Papua New Guinea just lost a pretty major part of themselves. But Australia also is in the best situation, but Papua New Guinea has a secret. And the secret is they only used 80% of their military power, while Australia used 95% or 90%, I forgot. And they absolutely steamroll through this. They redo this. Western Australia surrenders. In other words, Papua New Guinea, they are not happy. Well, they are happy, but Australia isn't. So they use Tasmania to go to Melbourne, and they take the entirety of Victoria. Now Australia is not an amazing spot right now, and they very much want this to just stop, because they're very scared. And the Papuans are marching to Canberra and Sydney, and they take both of the cities. In other words, the surrender of Australia. So, pretty tricky. So, Australia is no more. Papua New Guinea is yes more. So, Papua New Guinea is like, what should we do next? They decide to leave the rest of Oceania for later, because they feel like that they have basically already conquered Oceania, and they just don't know what to do. So they're like, what should we do? and they're like, maybe you could buy these islands from India, and they do just that. And you know what, guys? I think this is where we can end the video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and bye!